Hello and welcome everyone back to episode 10 of the 2009 MotoGP season. Now I must apologise for the slight break in this. I actually had recorded this episode, went to edit it, and I had no in-game audio, so all of the cinematics I had no volume for, so unfortunately I've had to re-record it, which is put it a couple of days behind schedule. So if you're wondering why it's taken me probably a week or so now since my last episode, since we had Saxon Ring. But we're finally off the dungeon stuff. Unfortunately, I have completed, but I will redo it just for the purpose of the video. So, just as always, going to read the description. Having staged the British GP since 1987, Donington Park is at its last appearance in the World Championship. In 2010, races will move to Silverstone. It's a chance for riders to make their mark on the Roll of Honour for the last time. So, I remember this race vividly. I remember watching it. It is a bit of a cracker, lots to go on. So, we're going to jump straight into the action.
The English weather steps in to shake things up. Wet or dry, who knows? Stoner opts for wet tyres. The Australian is praying for rain. He's still in bad shape, and a wet race would be less demanding.
I thought I'd take the risk and see what happens for this race because, we're in a much better situation in the wet, and physically it's a lot easier for me. We're lost at the moment. The bike's working well. It's just disappointing that we're not able to give Ducati the results that it really deserves.
It doesn't rain enough for the wet tyres to give Stoner an advantage. He finishes 14th. Pedrosa is a cautious 9th. Lorenzo and Rossi both crash. The conditions and the crashes give the other riders a shot at the podium. Colin Edwards and Andrea Dovizioso stick to the first principle of motorcycle racing. Stay on the bike. It might not mean so much, taking the lead without actually overtaking the guy in front. But a win is a win. Your first MotoGP victory lies 70 miles down this slip.
Right then. Valentino's first stop. Conditions are wrong, but we'll get to that in a second. I just want to see early on, can I make a move on the Yamahas? Potentially down into the foggy S's. We are close to Valentino as we come into Coppice. He has a bit of a bobble. Gotta go to the inside, get a bit of wheelie. It's Valentino dispatched off, if we can get a start, which we do. And we get great drive through on Lorenzo. It's already P2 by the end of the first lap. Must get stopped into the Melbourne hairpin though, which we do. Elias doesn't. Almost into the lead already. We have timed up, we don't need to rush it, we still have 2 full laps to go. Which isn't too bad. Touching the curb there is not good. Lorenzo's there waiting. Oh, he's going on the outside. His contact. And really drop back for Elias in the opening sector. Oh, it's so much understeer in the rain. Oh. Lorenzo's looking for a way through. We're going to have to brave it through the kink. Through Staggy's bridge he come. And I think we fell onto it, into Schwantz's curve. And then McLean's. And he's still there though. Back up to power 3, we need to burn off a bit of fuel. Coppice I'm pretty strong into, I think. And definitely into foggy S's. I'll pull away from him if we get good exit here. Turn the traction down. I think it's holding me back a touch. We're going to send it into 1. Oh, we're going to run it wide though. Are we? He goes wide. He's going to run off the track. I wonder, is that because I was there, or did he just outbrake himself? Either way, we now to inherit the lead. But he jumps onto the back of us straight away. Just need to bring this one home. really tricky conditions here. But as I was saying, as you saw in the intro, they talked about Casey going on wet tires. Track never got wet enough. He basically had no pace to the race, rolled around out of the points. His teammate Nicky Hayden did exactly the same, bless him. And unfortunately, nightmare race for Ducati. Final corner, nice and gingerly through there. Up to the line we come, that is challenge 1 complete. So part 2 of this challenge, we are behind Valentino. Giulio Rossi finished first place, passed Rossi on the 3rd lap of the challenge. I will hope I'll pass him a lot earlier than that. I don't care about that little objective. Oh, he gets a little bobble on. Traction at a premium. This is where he crashes in the race in real life. And that's where we're going to make the overtake. Or before the 3rd lap is what it says, not on the 3rd lap. So that is us into lead, but we've gotten the Melbourne hairpin all wrong. He's there somewhere. Set it up. Honda power up to the final corner into Goddard's. We come with 4 laps in total for this, so this shouldn't be too hard, this one. Oh, Valentino! One corner early, he did crash. I was just being quiet there, and he had a bit of a moment in the previous corner. I got very close to the back of me, and then into that corner then. Must have taken a bit of curb. But you might as well stay with me now. We have a lap and a half remaining. And then we should be into the next part of the track. Our next part of the challenge. I think the next one is Colin Edwards, I believe. And then we got Valentino at the end. But there's still quite a bit to go in this episode. Not a whole lap of this track. It's not really I'm in hot into Goddard's. Not really an enjoyable track in the rain, I must say. It's a very flowing track. Donington, and in the wet, it's so hard to get the bike through the corners at any sort of speed. So I'm not massively enjoying the actual riding part of this one just because of the weather conditions, even though they're wrong. As it never got anywhere near this wet, it was just slightly spits, as we saw earlier in the video. Coming out to the old hairpin, we're halfway around, we're up with 5 seconds. This race has been pretty easy. Rossi did keep with me, in fairness. Did keep me honest until he nearly took me to the gravel. But we're just bringing this one home now. No need to push. They are very easy to crash in the rain, these bikes. Slight lock at the front and you are pretty much down. Even a little bit of the rear loss in the rain pushed the front so much. Very easy to crash. But not many corners left now. Can't say the Yamaha does feel a bit better around this track than the Honda does. Barely getting my knee down through Melbourne. Final corner we come. Another challenge completed. Again, not too bad at all.
You have to get on the podium. 3rd step, 2nd step, top step. That's for you to decide.
Right then, 4 laps, a huge gap. I remember this one being very tough. We're going to have to push on, see what we can do against DeAngelis. Around the outside, that was optimistic, didn't it? Oh, inside into Campos though isn't as optimistic. Oh, front end went. Oh, Rossi's crashed, right on cue. Spinning up that rear lot. Some big gaps out in this track for me to make up a podium. We're going to try our best. I was pretty fast through there, I must say. I don't even know what the gap is, but I'm giving it everything. It's 4 up to Pedrosa. I don't know what it is to Depunier. It's going to be quite big. I'm going to need to stay focused, stay quiet, I'd say. We're almost with Danny Pedrosa. I've been riding on the limit so much for this race so far. He's way through Starkeys. Probably going to be into the old, not the old hairpin, into Foggies, because I'm not close enough into McLean's. Coppice is hard to overtake into, as well as is blind. So if I get a good exit here, maybe leave the brakes off into Foggy S's. We are a long way back. Get a lot of time, we get around the exit maybe. Touch the curb on entry. Oh, we cut the curb. Leave the brakes off into Melbourne. Front end is on the move. I must say that was not a nice overtake. Alright, what are we going to be able to do with this man? We still have a pretty big gap to Depunier. It's going to take some serious late braking in the last couple of corners to catch him and pass him. Bit of a mistake on entry from me and him. Dive bomb city. It's going to be a dive bomb into the final corner. I'm not going to get him from here. Alright, we have to maximise our exit. Thankfully did go wide. I spun it up though. Oh, it's going to be a lunge. I'm sorry, Randy, I'm sorry. Don't turn in on me. Oh, we're on the grass. We managed to squeeze him out though. Oh, he has the run, but we managed to cut him off. Thankfully, he spun it up on the curb. Woo! That was intense, that one.
Bad news for Lorenzo. Rossi is not just riding better than him, he's also crashing better than him. The Italian is able to rejoin the race, while Lorenzo's bike is too badly damaged to continue. Rossi's now back in 11th. He's got 10 laps to move up the order. Down, but not out. Unlike Lorenzo, back in his garage watching you. The front four are breaking away, but 5th place looks possible. 5th means 11 points, and a 25-point lead in the championship.
Right then, we have a nice long one here with Valentino. And so you're going to make up some positions into turn 1. That's 2 positions done. That is P9. As soon as we get ahead of Cap Rossi though, we have a big gap. Gonna go nice and early. Can we get it stopped? No, we cannot. That was a mistake to go that aggressive. Need to be careful. Can't really have mistakes like that. So now, this part of the track, you just can't really get past the AI. Whereas if I was in front of them, I could have just used this as a lot of free time really to gain on the road ahead of me. Try and get the run on our satellite teammate, which we do. And we also get the Suzuki, but again, we're in deep. And again, we've lost the position, so I'm not riding great as Valentino. Oh, they broke early. Leave the brakes off on the Suzuki. Can we actually get the moves on this time around? Lots of contact, not clean. That was a scruffy first lap. Oh, we're in deep. We're in so deep. Jesus, what am I doing? Why can't I ride? Cut it back to the latest of Apex. Alright, we need to build a gap, which we have. So we have 3 more riders to catch and pass. Surely with a bit of clean track, we might be able to do something. Also, my riding is definitely not helping. Alright, almost with Melandri now. Good run through Foggies. Bit of limiter action. I'll just slide up the inside if we can. He's going to turn in, but they don't make the apex. That's P7. As you do. Right, next up is Callio. Right, we are right on the back wheel of Callio. It's going to be moving to Foggies, I reckon. Need to get a good apex here, which we do. Much more corner speed than the Ducati, as you'd imagine. Possibly better drive. Going to go to the inside. Really enjoy this. Riding aggressively versus the AI. We're going to cut up the inside. Oh, the curve's spinning up. But we have the traction, I believe. He brakes early. And we're into P6, so we are doing splendidly well. One more position to go. 2 laps to get it. Let's get our heads down and get him. The Angelus is going slow through Starkeys. So front end. Jeez, that was scary. Big lock up, so we've lost a bit of time to him. I still reckon to move into the Foggy S's or maybe even the Melbourne Hairpin is probably where we'll do it, like everyone else probably in this episode. Good run out of Coppice. We're not close enough really. Gonna just make sure get it stopped. Prioritize the exit. They always turn in early. We're gonna get the run up the hill. Make sure we just get out of the way. As soon as he brakes, I grab a handful, just match him. Slide up the inside, and that is the challenge done. What is Colin Edwards doing up ahead as he tags to back me? What are you doing? What are you doing, man? But should be it. The final corner we come. We have a lap to go. I don't reckon we have any trouble with this one, but we'll see. Into the final corner, we're about to come. Edwards still ahead. We didn't really push to pass him, just for the realism. They asked me to finish 5th. That's what we're going to do. Again, not too difficult. Valentino had serious pace, and it was a pretty easy one overall. So I hope you have enjoyed episode 10. Hopefully this time I'll have no issues with my recording, because I will go spare if I have to record this a 3rd time. But I did enjoy that. It is a real technical track, Donington, and in the rain it was really hard. But that was of course Davi's first ever MotoGP win. It took him 6 years later, 7 years later. Yeah, Austria 2017 was his next one, so it took him another 7 years to another race, believe it or not. So pretty mad if you think about it. Then he went on a winning streak. He won a couple of races every year for 2 or 3 years up until 2020, where he won 1 race. I think he won 1 Austria race, and then unfortunately he's at the back of the grid currently on a pretty B-spec Yamaha. But I'm going to end it for today's video. I hope you have enjoyed. If you did, drop a like down below, and I should see you all in the next episode. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.